Hello mamas and welcome back to the channel. Today I have such an exciting video for you guys. I enjoyed making this video so much and creating this little list for you guys. So let's get straight into it. We are going to be talking about what to bring in your hospital bag. And if you know me at all, I love doing stuff like this. And I got so many things on the list that I have learned from my years of labor and delivery experience and from talking to all of my mamas about what they should have brought, what they love that they brought, what they didn't bring. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 1 on the labor and delivery list, you want to bring a water bottle, preferably something that can keep whatever your beverage is cold. You also want to make sure it has a straw. While you're in labor, you're not going to have time to be spilling stuff on yourself. So you want to make sure it has a really good lid, and you also want to make sure it has a straw. Coming in at number 2, you want to make sure you have something that can tie up your hair, whether that be clips or hair ties. But you don't really want to bring claw clips because they won't be comfortable. So I recommend just like some nice scrunchy hair ties, or like the clips that are not necessarily claw clips but do a good job at holding your hair back. Some of my mamas like to put their hair in like a top knot and just use a clip to hold it. Some of my mamas like the scrunchies. So whatever it is that you like, I recommend bringing it because you're gonna want your hair out of your face. Coming in at number 3 is lip balm. This is one of the things that so many of my mamas forget, but let me tell you, your lips get chapped in labor and delivery. Your lips get so chapped in labor and delivery, so you want to bring something that is going to be moisturizing to your lips, okay? Something that is going to be good, is going to hydrate your lips. You don't really want to bring something that's just going to make your lips look shiny and cute, because you're going to need your lips to be hydrated because they get so chapped in the hospital just from dehydration, because you do get dehydrated throughout labor. It's also very cold in the hospital. You're not able to drink and all that different stuff as often depending on what's going on with you. So you want to have something to hydrate your lips. So do not forget your lip balm. Now, this is an optional one. Coming in at number 4, it is a fan. Some of my mamas run super hot and they loved that they had their fan, especially during pushing. You get so hot and so flustered during pushing, and usually we try to put like cold towels or something on your head, but sometimes just having a nice fan blowing in your face, they love it, especially during pushing. Some of my mamas use it throughout the labor process as well, but pushing is where I really see these fans come into effect, and they just have their significant other blowing that fan in their face so that they can get cool air and kind of get rejuvenated in between pushes. Coming in at number 5, you are going to want to bring your toiletry bag. In the description below, I am going to have a list of all the things you should be bringing in your toiletry bag. So do not forget to check out that link. But coming in at number 5, toiletries. Coming in at number 6, you are going to want to bring some type of diffuser and some type of essential oils. Now, with the diffuser, you want to see if you can get a diffuser with some type of night light. It's really helpful if there's either you bring like a little light or you kind of get a diffuser with a little light, so that every time the nurses come in and out and the doctors come in and out, they don't have to turn on all of your lights, especially if you are sleeping or your significant other is sleeping. You probably don't want all the lights on every single time we come in and out the room, which is often. So if you can find like a diffuser with a nice little light, that will kind of pair us too, because I do recommend you have like a nice little diffuser to set the mood with your essential oils and stuff like that. I always say create your experience, because that is where you're going to be at least 24 hours. So just create, romanticize the experience and enjoy it. So a nice little diffuser with some essential oils is always great. And then if you can find one with a light, that would be even better. If you cannot, try to see if you could find maybe some tea tree lights or something like that, just so that we don't have to keep turning on and off the lights every single time we come into your room. Oh, and secondly, when you bring those essential oils, they come in handy, especially during the labor process. You may feel very nauseous and all that different stuff. And the essential oils help a lot with that. You also may want like a little nice massage from your partner, and having those essential oils, that also pairs well with good massages. So the essential oils come in handy if that is something that you're into. If it's not something that you're into, that's totally fine, but I definitely recommend the nightlight. Coming in at number 7, this is the most forgotten thing. It is snacks, you guys. Do not forget your snacks, especially for your partner. The hospital really mainly focuses on the mama and the baby. Some hospitals will give the partner a couple meals. Some hospitals don't give them any meals at all. It just depends on where you are. So do not forget those snacks. And even for you, mama, the cafeteria closes at a certain time. So if you're hungry outside of those cafeteria hours, your partner is either going to have to leave, you guys are going to have to order food, but it would just be so much nicer if you just had some snacks in the room that you can snack on whenever it is that you're hungry. So do not forget snacks. One snack in particular that I want you to remember is some type of hard candy during labor. Your mouth gets so dry during labor because, like I said, sometimes you're not able to drink depending on what's going on with you. Sometimes you're very nauseous. So some type of hard candy really helps. Just something that you can kind of suck on to kind of lubricate your mouth is always really good. So don't forget to pack that within your snacks. Coming in at number 8 is going to be some type of slippers or non-slip socks. A lot of people bring socks, but they do not bring the non-slip socks. And a lot of hospitals will not let you wear your socks throughout the hospital if they are not non-slip because the floors are very slippery. So you want to get socks that either have the grips at the bottom so that they're non-slip, or bring you some really good slippers to walk with throughout the hospital, especially if you plan on walking in the halls. If you're trying to go natural, you're gonna want some slippers even in the postpartum phase as well, because you're gonna need to be up and walking and stuff like that in the postpartum phase as well. So do not forget your slippers and do not forget your non-slip socks. Coming in at number 9, and this is another optional one. It is a push playlist and a speaker. A lot of people love that they created their push playlist. Again, it sets the vibes for their labor. It makes them have different memories and stuff like that, because you know music sometimes can provoke other memories, and it's just a really nice thing to have if you have time for it. If you don't have time for it, don't worry about it. It is an optional one, but just make sure if you do create a push playlist to bring a speaker. The hospitals do not provide speakers. There is nowhere for you to kind of play that push playlist, and it will be a bummer if you spend all that time creating that push playlist and you have no speaker to play it on. So do not forget your speaker and the charger for your speaker. Coming in at number 10 is going to be your insurance card, some type of medical folder, and also a pen. You're going to need your insurance card, especially in the US. I'm just speaking for the US. You're going to need your insurance card to check into the hospital. You're also going to need, if you don't know your social or whatever, you're going to need that. You're also going to need some type of medical folder to keep up with everything that you get in the hospital. You are going to be getting so many documents, and these are going to be important documents. You're going to be signing consents. You're going to be getting copies of these things. You need to have some type of folder so that you can keep track of with everything that you have gotten in the hospital. It's also going to be important for the baby. You're going to be getting things for the baby, especially, you know, any shots that the baby got and all that different stuff. That all can go into your folder. Any testing that the baby got, all can go into your folder instead of it just kind of being everywhere and potentially being lost, because some of these documents are important and you're going to need to follow up on them later. But I will talk about that in the video where I talk about what to bring for baby. So that's another video, but you want to bring some type of folder and then a pen. Yes, the hospital has pens, but you may want to bring just a pen if you're going to even pack your folder. Just throw a pen in there because you're going to need to fill out lots of forms, okay? Everybody's going to want your signature, so don't forget that pen. Coming in at number 11 is your pregnancy pillow. So this again is an optional one. However, one of the main complaints that most of my patients talk about to me is that the labor and delivery beds are uncomfortable. The labor and delivery beds have to break down in order for us to deliver you. So the bottom of the bed usually comes off, and right where it comes off is like a gap. And so a lot of mamas have such a hard time sleeping in the labor and delivery beds. And if you could imagine, you are in labor and delivery sometimes for days. So I say bring your pregnancy pillow so that you can get comfortable, so that you could have extra cushion within the bed. Yes, the hospital usually provides pillows, but it just depends on what's going on. If it's a busy day, if it's not a busy day, if they can really find you all the pillows that you're going to need to really get comfortable. So just go ahead and bring your pregnancy pillow if it's not a big inconvenience. If you feel like you can do without it, again, this is optional. Coming in at number 12, I recommend you bring either an iPad or some type of a computer or some type of a thing where you can watch movies. There is a lot of downtime in the beginning when it comes to labor and delivery. Now, especially if you're being induced, okay? If you are coming in and rip-roaring labor, then you probably don't need to bring an iPad or a computer unless you want to watch things in postpartum, which I doubt because you will be tired. But if you are going to be an induction, this is for my mamas who are going to be inductions, you want to bring maybe something to keep you entertained at least for the first night, because things kind of happen very slowly with the induction process. So that is something to consider if you're going to be an induction. Usually after labor, there is some downtime depending on what's going on. So if you want something to entertain you after labor, then go ahead and bring it. But it's usually before labor that I see, or before delivery, that I see a lot of my mamas and partners using their iPads and computers so that they can watch their movies and their Netflix and their things. So highly recommended if you are going to be an induction. Tip number 13, this is something that I have seen a lot of my patients start to do, and I love it, love it, love it. And it is bringing a Polaroid camera. Oh my goodness, it is so fun. And usually the Polaroid cameras are usually very inexpensive, but you just got to check what kind of film, because from what I hear, it's the film that really, really costs. So try to get a camera where the film is inexpensive. So, but it is such a fun thing to take the Polaroids with your nurses and your doctors, and during your, beginning process and after, and it kind of gives you that old school feel. I mean, of course, we all have phones and cameras and we can take them regularly, but I just feel like the Polaroid camera look is just such a cute thing, especially if you're going to be doing a baby book. So it is something to consider. Coming in at number 14, and this is the last item for labor and delivery, I am going to highly, 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 highly recommend, this one isn't an optional one, it is one you definitely should do. Bring a long phone cord charger or a multi extender where you can charge multiple cords into it, because usually the outlets are not close to your bed, and if they are, we are already taking them up with pumps and IVs and this and that. So you want to bring either a multi-charger where you can charge multiple things on one little extender, or a long phone charger. So if there is an outlet that's further from your bed, you still can be able to reach your phone and get your phone over to your labor bed. So that is something I highly, highly, highly recommend. It is something that is very, very forgotten. So don't forget that. Okay, mamas, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I have a full tactical list down in the description below, and a list to help you really, really prep for you. This list is mostly for you as the mama. I do have a video that is going to be coming up for baby, and also a video that is going to be coming up for the partner, and they will have their own separate list that I will give, but this one is for you. So if you found value in this video, do not forget to download that list. It's definitely going to help you. And if you found value in this video, do not forget to hit that like button so that it goes out to more mamas. And I would love for you to subscribe. I am going to be uploading so many more videos to help you through the labor and delivery process, pregnancy, postpartum, breastfeeding, baby care. Like, I cannot wait for some of these videos because I just know it's going to provide so much value to you. So until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Good luck if you are going to be delivering soon. I am wishing you tons and tons of luck and sending so much love your way. You got this, and enjoy the journey. Till next time, you guys. Bye.